Hi. Hi. Okay, so first things first, if you have sensitive ears to the profane, you may want to mute me right now because I'm going to tell you that I just did a motherfucking headstand. Motherfucking headstand! Oh yeah, I'm going to do a little dance. Ooh, because I just did a motherfucking headstand. Okay. I'm also wearing the same clothes as I was wearing last night, but you know what? Fuck it. So hi, Wednesday. This is a happy day, so yay. I am happy about the fact that I just did a headstand. It's one of my yoga goals for the year is to be able to do scorpion, which, you know, is crazy, like pose, but it's one of those ridiculous goals. Like, I don't necessarily expect that it's going to happen. If it does happen, then awesome. But, you know, whatever. But headstand is this much closer to that goal. And I am ridiculously excited about it. Like I had this twinge, like right here above my butt cheek. It's like a weird spot for me. My friend Heidi thinks it's because I need to let stuff go. And anytime I do any like real meditation or anything, I get this twinge right there. So I think she's probably right. But, you know I have stuff I need to let go. And I don't really have the capacity to do it. So, so I did this. So I was looking for a restorative practice to do this morning, and to try to stretch that twinge out. And I somehow ended up with this gratitude flow, which is always awesome. I talked Monday about how I'm really into gratitude. But so I did this, this crazy gratitude flow, and it was pretty intense. There was lots of weird poses I've never done before, and it was kind of awesome. But and then there was like a huge savasana at the end and a huge like long meditation at the end. And when I was done and I did my typical post yoga ritual, I was sitting in in a squat, and I was like, I'm gonna see if I can do a headstand. And I didn't get my legs like this or anything, they were bent, but hey, it's a step. And I actually held it up, and I thought, I got jiggly belly. I've had 3 kids, I got jiggly belly, but it's pretty hard underneath there. So you need lots of core strength to be able to do headstands. And I'll never be able to do a handstand because I have geek wrists and art wrists, so that'll never ever happen. But yeah, I actually held it up for a few minutes, and I probably could have held it up for longer, but I was so excited that I did it that I was about to fall over, like, because it just pure like glee, so oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay. Effie, I just watched your video about the jelly plate, and I need to show you something. Okay, I'm gonna keep my pants on. So I'm gonna move this, and I'm gonna switch the camera, maybe, if it will let me. No, it's not gonna let me. So I'm gonna do this instead. Okay, that string, you see that string with the clothespins on it? Can you see it? Yes, you can. I bought a clothesline and hung it on the wall, and then I have this string that goes across with all the clothespins, because that's what I do with my jelly prints, right? Maybe need to be higher. Okay, so yeah, so that string, and then I can hang like 30 of them on there. They have extra clothespins over here. So I don't know why this won't let me switch the camera around. That's pretty lame. So yeah, so that's cool. That whatever. I totally understand not loving it. I love mine, but we're not all the same. And that's amazing and awesome. And, man, this gooseneck on this thing sucks. So yeah, something to think about should you ever decide that, you absolutely must jelly print. And if you don't, then you can just send me your jelly plate and I'll happily use it. I have 3 that I really want. One of the big Mama Jammas, the big, huge ones, but I can't really justify the $60 price tag just so that I can print on pages a little bit bigger than, 8 by 10. Like, it's like 12 by 16 or something. That's not, okay, that's, a lot bigger, but whatever. And I have one of the circle ones that I've actually never used, and I have one of the, like, 5 by 7 ones that I cut down, into 3 pieces, so I have like a couple of little teeny weeny ones, and I've also never used those, but I also just bought that in October, and then I forgot about it. But jelly printing is something I do when I don't feel inspired to do anything else, which has happened a lot over the past year. It's like I lost my, actually this all sort of came up with Jim's post. Like, I lost my best friend a year ago, and I spent most of the last year like not really inspired to do anything, and it was really hard because I am generally horrifyingly cheerful. And so, it drives people nuts, but so I really had no idea how to deal with being depressed, and I was beyond sad. I was like full on depressed, like, that whole like no energy, no nothing, no motivation, no interest in life. Yeah, like I wasn't suicidal, but I had no interest in, things that normally would make me like super happy, like even, birds tweeting, so Snow White, or whatever, the sunrise, or new hair dye. Like, none of that made me happy. New art supplies. And so I made a lot of jelly prints because I have this like little cardboard coffin full of Liquitex Basics, which were my first like real paints that I ever bought, beyond craft paint, before I caught the golden bug. It's like a disease. It's like herpes. It never goes away. You never get rid of it. You start it, you never get rid of it. Like, I compared yoga this morning to heroin, except without all those ooky needles, because, it gives you that bliss without having to stick needles in your toes. Because I can never do it in my arms. I like my tattoos too much. Like, so too pretty to be scarring up. So yeah, I have this like tub full of Liquitex Basics, like, and so I use those to try to get rid of them. And so I'll go on a jelly printing binge. But really, I'm not, whatever. That all this came up when I watched Effie's video, and I was like, I love to jelly print. It makes me happy. So that goes along with today's thing too, happiness. Let's see, what else makes me happy? My new teapot that is currently stuck to my warmer. It's so cute. I wish they had something besides bicycles, but it came with this cute teacup that is turquoise, and it's my favorite. Turquoise chevrons, very cute. I bought that yesterday because I wanted to. Because I had teapot lust over my son's, tea for one teapot that I bought him for Christmas. So I wanted one. And, sometimes you got to use retail therapy. And I kind of needed that yesterday. And, while I was there, a lady stopped me and told me how awesome my daughter is. Like, a lady, I don't know. I didn't know. Like, she's, like, not my daughter's main teacher. She's, like, an accessory teacher, like, they go to different groups for math and reading or whatever. And, yeah, she was like, excuse me! And I'm like, yeah? And she's like, do you have kids that go to Fillmore School? And I'm like, yeah. It's just like, your daughter is amazing. And that, of course, that is happy making because, It's always good when somebody tells you that your kids are awesome, so that means you didn't screw them up too terribly bad. She is obsessed with zombies and also pink. So, whatever. And, you know, she's rocking the biker boots to school. So, that makes me happy. Oh, yeah, I think that's really all that's going on with me today. I am ecstatic about this whole headstand. I'm ecstatic about some little Skype action going on. I am ecstatic that there's nobody in my house right now except for the dogs and the rats and the snake. Listen. Nothing. Oh my God. Okay. You know, silence normally is uncomfortable, so I won't force you to listen to my clock ticking, because eventually the pager's going to go off, and then that's going to be annoying. And, you know, stupid pager. Yeah, okay, so cracked out Chihuahua out.